Hey, it's Adam with Tech Dive AV Club, and today we're in Vegas Pro 17, and we're going to talk about how to build a countdown timer, a fully customizable countdown timer with actual scalable digits, so where you can make the digits any size and put them anywhere on the screen. And you can look; it looks pretty complicated, but I promise, the method is actually pretty simple, and it doesn't take that long, and it's pretty intuitive, and I think you're going to like it. This is what it looks like. You can do anything you want in the background, put it anywhere. It's wholly customizable. You can even add transitions in between the number ticks. So we're going to dive in and get started. First off, we're going to hit insert audio track, and then we're going to insert video track. And then you can speed up this process by hitting Control, Shift, and Q. And you can create several of them. We're going to create this first one, and it's going to say seconds. The second one, I'm going to name this 10 seconds. This third one I'm going to name colon. This one I'm going to name minutes. And we're going to go ahead and insert another video track here. Put it on the below section. That was just a click and drag. And then 10 minutes. There we go. So now we can create our first little section here. So first off, I want to go to media generators, and I want to grab green as a background so you can see what I'm doing. Hit insert video track and drag this down here and put green right here on this bottom video track, and we're going to name this background. This is so you can see what I'm doing. Also, you could chroma key out your thing later. I accidentally soloed that minutes track. That's no big deal. It's unsoloed now. Now you can see the green I have. I also have the grids on. This is just a guiding for when you're doing graphic design. You can hit this drop down, grab grids, and then turn it on. I'm going to leave this on for a minute so I can structure what I'm doing, but I'll turn it off at different points so we can see what we're doing here too. So then I'm going to go to titles and text. This is in a media generators tab. I'm just going to grab the standard text. I'm going to drop it up here in seconds. And first thing we're going to do is create the layout. This is the base work. So you do a little bit of this base work and it pays in dividends later, especially if you have a really, really long timer. So this base work, we're just going to do zeros. You can pick anything you want. So for the font, we're going to go with something pretty unique. So I want to show off the advantages of this version, which is having unique fonts and stuff. So let's go with something pretty crazy. Base 5, there we go. It's a very crazy looking font there, and I'm going to go ahead and drag this down to be, grab the clip right there, trim it down to be 1 second exactly on the timeline. So if you zoom in with the scroll wheel, you can see right here it is at the 1 second mark exactly. Not a frame more, not a frame less. That's 29 frames. That's 1 second, 1 frame. We want right there on 1 second. That is now a second of zero. Don't worry, we're not going to have to create every single individual tile. We just got to create the template. So then I'm going to hit Control. Once this is highlighted, I can hit Control, and this creates a quick copy. So you don't have to do Control C, Control V. You just hit Control and drag down one. Boom. Now you say create copy of new source media. You don't want to create a reference, because a reference will change everything based off any one of them you change. And that's not what we're doing here. We're creating a new copy. So hit OK. And then we're going to go down the line and do this all the way to the 10 minutes. So I don't know if I spelled colon right. Maybe not. We're going to go ahead and change that one to a colon. We're going to take this one, and I'm going to move it to this spot right here. See how the grid lines help me line it up where I want it to go? Actually, I'm going to kind of put it right there. And then I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to tuck it right here. And then I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to tuck it right here. And then I'm going to grab this bottom one, and I'm going to tuck it right here. You can see the grid lines show you very, very quickly where I messed up on that one. And then I'm going to grab the colon. I'm going to move it where I want it. And you can see you can create the spacing, customizing anything right here. You can see a lot of the advantages already to your timer is because you have so much more control over how exactly it's going to look. So now here's the fun part. Here's the part that makes it super useful, and you can make it any size you want. So we're going to grab this first column here. You're going to hit Control C, Control B, like beta. and create new copy source media. And we're going to do this 10 more times because this is actually going to be 9 to 0. We're counting backwards. This is our template column where we get our timer started. This is the actual timer part right here. So we're going to do end to end 10 more. Boom. There we go. And for this one, for the 10 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and copy this one over, and then we're going to start our 10-second one. I'm going to drag this all the way to the 11 seconds there. And then for the colon, I'm going to go ahead and create a new copy of that too. Actually, if you have more than one thing highlighted, be careful, you'll copy that as well. Copy this over and then hit OK, and then drag this through, and then do the same with this, and do the same with this. And then just go ahead and make sure that this has its template column as well. This will make the highlighting and copy and paste process a lot easier. A lot of you might be able to see where this is going, right? So this is a little bit of the tedious setup here that gets so much easier right after this moment. So then we go into the first 0 and we change it to 9. And I'm not going to make you watch me do all this, but I'm just essentially going to go down each one and change it to the next number incrementing down. And then we already have 0 right here. So now if we watch it, we have a 10-second timer. This is a functional 10-second timer. Let's set it up to be a minute timer. So this would start at 0, so that we're going to leave that column same, but then it would go to a 5, right? Because the next thing a clock would say is 5. And then this right here would change, the colon would stay the same. The minute section, if it's a 1-minute timer, then this would say 1 minute right here, but then it would instantly say 0, so that doesn't need any changes, right? Boom, see, it's already working. And you don't need any changes to the 10-minute section. But I want you to know that you can put these sections here. That's why I went ahead and did that. I want you to know how that would work if you needed a super long timer, because it's only going to take a second. If you wanted to do notes or music or anything, like a sound effect on every single one, that's also possible. All you have to do is add a sound effect. I got a little beep sound effect from YouTube Audio Library. I'm just going to drag this into my sound effects down here. And then I'm going to make sure the beep starts right here on the transition. I'm going to go ahead and change this to a 1. Oh, I accidentally changed the first little minute sign. That needed to be, say, a 1. All right, when I did a bunch of Control Z. So. Okay, and then this gets super simple again. Just shorten your little sound effect there, and then you can just control and then put it right there at the front. If you have the sound effect starting right where it needs to start, then you can just have it hit control, and then every second watch that. Put it right there on the highlight, the auto snapping highlight there. You can have that peter out more if you want, whatever you want to do with your sound effect there, but that is good enough for tutorial purposes. So we're going to highlight all of this, everything but the first column. We're going to hit Control C. We're going to select right here at the very end. We're going to make sure that there is no space or gap in between, and then hit Control B, like Control Beta again, and then we're going to do it 5 more times, right? Because we have the first 10 seconds, and then boom, it did it wrong. So if that happens, hit Control Z, because I'll show you why. If you have anything but the top track highlighted when you do this, you'll accidentally create extra tracks. So highlight the top track, then hit Control B. And then boom, now you have a 1-minute timer. All you have to do is make a couple of quick changes. So first off, go back to your normal edit tool, and you'll see right here in the tens of seconds, this is the one you need to edit, because it goes 1, then 0, 5, and then this needs to be 4. And I'll spare you watching me do this. So now we have a functional 1 minute timer, complete with sound effects, complete with background, complete with font changes, complete with everything. And we can keep expanding on this if you want. So just to show you how this expansion works, if you want to keep expanding, is you need to go ahead and delete items that need to maintain the same. So we're going to keep this bottom 0. So that's going to stay 0 the whole time. Let's say this is a 10-minute timer. So then this would start at 1 right there. This would actually start at 0. And then it would go to 9. And it would stay 9 for quite a long time. And then the colon would stay the colon, and then 5. So now we have the first minute of a 10-minute timer. Grab everything but the first column again. So you can zoom out with your mouse wheel. If you need to, you can hit tilde and make all your tracks real tiny. And then go ahead and hit Control-C, select this top track here, and make sure there's no space in between. Everything's even. Hit Control B again, Control Beta, and then we're going to do this 10 more times. Actually, no, 9 more times, because we already have the first minute. So 9 more times. Hit OK, and then it's going to take it a second for Vegas to kind of catch up. That's a lot you're asking it to do instantaneously. But you can see here, now we've got the same function again. We've got this 9-minute segment, and this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 all continues functioning, so that you don't have to edit that ever again. But then right here you got this 9, and then you go here, and then you just, well, that's the colon, so don't worry about the colon. Go here, sorry, that's a 9, and then this one needs to be 8. But now you got a timer that functions all the way down to 10 minutes. Just make sure that before you copy and paste that you've double checked your butts, that they're butting up end to end. Every little mistake will trickle through. So the good news is it doesn't take that long to rebuild. It's really just kind of editing 10 little quick number edits, and then copy paste 10 more little quick number edits, or 5 depending on if you're doing the 10-second or the minute editing, and then just starting with the right numbers and moving from there. So that is how to do a timer in Vegas Pro 17, and to do it in a way that doesn't kill your time making it. So you don't have to actually edit out an hour of timer if you want an hour of timer. And that gives you a lot more control over the timecode method. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're looking for more videos like this one. Like if this video helped you out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.